Mantakin mo. Ha? Mantakin mo. Hindi po nag-aral itong si Tuta Soto ng law nung abugas siya. Pero hinahamak po niya yung desisyon ng mga nag-aral ng konstitusyon. Partida 13 pa po yun, mga kabayan, ha. 13 pa po yun. Unanimous po ang kanilang desisyon na ibasura. Tapos questionin po. Di ba? Okay lang yung questionin mo eh. Walang masama. Diba? Questionin mo. Pero aakusahan mo. Aakusahan mo ng judicial overreach. Na nagmalabis sa kapangyarihan, na lumagpas sa kapangyarihan yung mga justices. Sino ka para akusahan yung mga yan? Ano bang alam mo sa batas, sir? Tito Sen, ano bang alam mo? At yun nga ng mga bayan, ano po masasabi niyo po dito, ha? At inabagay umalag po ang Korte Suprema dito sa mga patutsada po ni Tito Soto, mga kabayan, sa kanila. Mantakin po ninyo, mga kabayan, ha? Nung nilabas po ng Korte Suprema yung kanilang desisyon laban dun sa impeachment case ni BP Inday Sara, na di umano'y binayaran yung mga congressman para pumirma at ma-impeach po si BP Inday Sara sa Kamara. Pagdating po sa Senado, tinulugan lang po yan dahil ang nanaig po dyan sa Senado, hindi po matuloy ang impeachment. Kaya sobrang lungkot po noon ni Tito Soto, pero ipinipilit po niya na baka daw bumaliktad ang mga justices. Nakikipag-debate pa po siya kay Senator Marcoleta noon, mga kabayan, na isa pong attorney. Tapos ngayon po, nung naglabas po ng desisyon ang Korte Suprema, ay galit na galit, mangiyak-ngiyak, at halos hindi mo makapaniwala sa desisyon ng Korte Suprema. Kaya ano pong sinabi niya? Inakusahan po niya yung mga justices na lumalagpas daw po sa kapangyarihan. Mantakin mo. Mantakin mo. Hindi po nag-aral itong si Tuta Soto ng law nung abugas siya. Pero hinahamak po niya yung desisyon ng mga nag-aral ng konstitusyon. Partida 13 pa po yun, mga kabayan, ha. 13 pa po yun. Unanimous po ang kanilang desisyon na ibasura. Tapos questionin po. Di ba? Okay lang yung questionin mo eh. Walang masama. Diba? Questionin mo. Pero aakusahan mo. Aakusahan mo ng judicial overreach. Na nagmalabis sa kapangyarihan, na lumagpas sa kapangyarihan yung mga justices. Sino ka para akusahan yung mga yan? Ano bang alam mo sa batas, sir? Tito Sen, ano bang alam mo? Di mo ba? Masyado kang nagmamagaling, sir, eh. Kaya nga po, di na bagay ito pong Korte Suprema, pumalag po. Pumalag po dito kay Tito Soto. Ano pong sabi ng Korte Suprema? Kay Tito Soto, magpatulpo ka na lang. Joke lang, kaway. Kasi kung diba, gusto ngayon, pag may hindi ka nakukuha ang gusto, di ba? O kaya masama loob mo, kalaparam na mo, naapi ka, magpapatulpo ka na lang. Magpatulpo ka na lang, Tito Sen. Diyan kay Sir Rami Tulpo. Patulpo ka na lang. Ano po sabi ni Justice Leonen? Ayan. Ano po sabi ni Justice Leonen? Hindi kailanman dapat abusuhin ang impeachment. Kasi mga kabayan, isipin mo, taon-taon na lang may impeachment kay si BP Inday Sara. Ngayong taon nga, meron na naman eh. Di ba? Kahit ano na lang, mga kabayan. Para lang ma-impeach. Kahit sinabi lang po ng COA, na wala naman po, di ba? Maayos naman po lahat. Naipasa naman po lahat. Pero hindi, dahil nga may pagnanasa si Romualdez noon na maging Pangulo. Di ba? Dahil siguro, nalalaman niya, baka matatanggal yung pinsan niya bilang Pangulo. Siyempre, automatic, papalit si BP Inday. Eh gusto niya siya yung pumalit. O ayan. Dahil po sa pagmamalabis sa pangyarihan nitong mga congressman na to at nakakarap ni Romualdez na maging Pangulo, yan po ang kinahinatnan. Taon-taon, papasahan po ng impeachment case si BP Inday Sara. Pero syempre, hindi po sila umubra sa Korte Suprema na kung saan nakita niya, teka, asa mo sobra na kayo Parang hindi na tama yan Pwede ka mag-impeach, oo. Pero yung gagawin mong, nambubuli na kayo Diba, mali na yan Sipin nyo, minadali nyo, paano nyo nabasa yung impeachment case? Nagkapirmahan isang araw, mga kabayan. Kasi nga, diba, lumalabas, kwento ng mga ibang congressman dyan, nagkabigayan po Kaya halos lahat pumirma. Kahit yung mga wala doon nakapirme Saan nakakita ganun? Diba? Ano ba yung iniiyak ni Tito Soto, mga kabayan? Ano mo ba yung iniiyak ni Tito Soto? Eto, pakinggan po muna natin yung iniiyak po ni Tito Soto, mga kabayan. Supreme Court, pasok.
Good afternoon. By a unanimous vote of all those participating, the Supreme Court en banc denied with finality the motion for reconsideration filed by the House of Representatives, which sought to reverse the court.
Sorry mga bayan Yan ako lang, with finality. Tito Soto, hindi mo na pala pwedeng ihabol to kay Rapi Tulfo With finality na po yun, Tito Soto. Hindi mo na pwedeng talaga kay Sir Rapi to. Wala na po magagawa si Sir Rapi dito, sir. With finality na po. At unanimously by 13 justices. 13 Lahat po yun. Pasensya na po, Tito Sen with finality na daw po hindi ka na makahabol kay Sir Rapi. Tuloy
Good
mo.
afternoon. By a unanimous vote of all those participating, the Supreme Court en banc denied with finality the motion for reconsideration filed by the House of Representatives, which sought to reverse the court's July 25, 2025 decision that declared the articles of impeachment against Vice President Sara Z. Duterte unconstitutional. It affirmed that the fourth impeachment complaint transmitted to the Senate on February 5, 2025 was already barred by Article 11, Section 3, Subsection 5 of the Constitution. Associate Justice Alfredo Benjamin Caguioa took no part. Associate Justice Maria Filomena Singh was on leave. The court clarified the following points. First, the first three impeachment complaints filed in accordance with the first mode of initiating an impeachment, that is, Article 11, Section 3, Subsection 2, were not placed in the order of business within the required 10 session days. Session days as used in Article 11, Section 3, Subsection 2, or for purposes of the first mode of initiating an impeachment complaint, does not mean legislative session days. A session day for purposes of Article 11 in the Constitution was given its plain and ordinary sense, which the court interprets to mean a calendar day in which the House of Representatives holds a plenary session. Second, the court reiterated Gutierrez versus House of Representatives. However, it further elaborated that an impeachment complaint filed in accordance with the first mode of impeachment, which is Article 11, Section 3, Subsection 2, is deemed initiated for purposes of the one-year bar in Article 11, Section 3, Subsection 5 when a properly verified and endorsed impeachment complaint is referred to the Committee on Justice. B, a properly verified and endorsed impeachment complaint is not placed in the order of business of the House within 10 session days, or referred to the Committee on Justice after it has been put in the order of business within 3 session days, as required by Article 11, Section 3, Subsection 2 of the Constitution. Or C, no articles of impeachment are transmitted to the Senate before the House adjourns sine die. This means that the initiation of an impeachment complaint must occur during the term of Congress. Third, The court affirmed the power of the House of Representatives to promulgate its own rules on impeachment. However, it clarified that Section 2 of the House Rules, as it is currently worded, requires the referral to the Committee on Justice, even when it is filed through the second mode. The second mode is provided in Article 11, Section 3, subsection 4 of the Constitution, where the endorsement of at least one-third of the members of the House of Representatives would be sufficient to transmit the articles of impeachment. In view of the current wording of Section 2 of the Rules on Impeachment as drafted and promulgated by the House in its 19th and 20th Congress, the House may, optionally, upon its own prerogative, refer an impeachment complaint already endorsed by at least one-third of all its members to the Committee on Justice, but only for the following purposes. Number 1, to ensure that the endorsement of the members of the House is verified. Number 2, to confirm that the evidence supporting the grounds in the complaint exists and that every member of the House has been given a copy of the complaint, as well as the evidences supporting it. And 3,
Ayun mga bayan, pause ko lang ha. Sabi, doon po sa impeachment case po, na actually pinasa noon, di ba mga bayan, one-third po yun pinagbotohan po yun. Pinagbotohan po ng mga congressman. Di umano ay pinagbotohan ha. Kasi nga po, na pag-uusapan yan doon na nagkabayaran po Kaya po, umusan po yan. Na lumagpas po, naabot po nila yung one-third nung pirma. Ano mo sabi? Dapat po, lahat po, nabigyan ng kopya ng articles of impeachment. Dapat nabigyan ka ng kopya. Ang nangyari po dyan mga kabayan, kahit po yung wala doon sa plenary session ng Kongreso, nakaboto. Paano ka boboto? Paano ka boboto kung hindi ka nabigyan ng kopya? Anong ibig sabihin nun? Magic mga kabayan. Diba? Paano ka boboto? Hindi mo ka nabasa Kasi ano ba nabas? Boboto ka kasi nga may bigayan. May pera. Ka boboto. Ganun po yung nangyari dyan. Kaya nga, alam na alam po ng Korte Suprema, mga kabayan Alam na alam po nila. Yung galawan nung panahon na yun, na talaga parang na may nagbigayan po Di ba? Tapos sasabihin ng iba, paano kung mayroon naman talagang ebidensya? Di ba? Na talagang may ebidensya na kay BP Inday Sara para siya hindi nyo tinuloy yung impeachment. Kung may ebidensya po, di sana hindi dinaan doon sa botohan na kung saan, pera-pera lang. Kasi uubra naman talaga kung meron po talaga ebidensya May impeach at may impeach yan Di ba? Ba't kailangan nyo pong pera-pera? Ganun yun. Tuloy
following
mo, ma'am.
purposes. Number 1, to ensure that the endorsement of the members of the House is verified. Number 2, to confirm that the evidence supporting the grounds in the complaint exists and that every member of the House has been given a copy of the complaint, as well as the evidences supporting it. And 3, to respect the committee's prerogative to consolidate different formulations of the complaint, if any, so that only one complaint is endorsed to the plenary for transmittal to the Senate. The court observed that there is a fundamental difference between the first and second modes of initiating impeachment complaints. Thus, it said, and I quote, Article 11, Section 3, subsections 2 and 3 cover the first mode of initiating an impeachment complaint. Article 11, Section 3, subsection 4 covers the second mode of initiating an impeachment complaint. In the first mode, impeachment is initiated through the regular and deliberative process in the House of Representatives. A verified complaint may be filed either by a member of the House or by a private citizen with the endorsement of a member. Upon filing, the complaint is referred to the House Committee on Justice, which evaluates its sufficiency in form and substance and conducts the appropriate hearings. Only after favorable committee action does the impeachment process proceed further. This mode, therefore, emphasizes institutional screening and committee review. By contrast, subsection 4 introduces an alternative and a more direct mechanism for initiating impeachment. Under this provision, a verified complaint or resolution of impeachment signed by at least 1/3 of all the members of the House of Representatives immediately initiates impeachment proceedings. These provisions reflect a deliberate constitutional design. Subsections 2 and 3 provide a structured and committee-directed approach, while subsection 4 allows a streamlined initiation when a sufficient level of consensus already exists. Fourth, the court affirmed that due process of law applies to the impeachment process. It stated, and I quote, "The phrase right to life, liberty, or property should not be read with undue literalism. It must be accorded reasonable flexibility to achieve its intent of protecting inherent and inalienable rights that could not have been exhaustively articulated at the time of its framing." The Due Process Clause embodies a fundamental constitutional commitment to reasonableness, fairness, and non-arbitrariness. It envisions that we cannot have a true democratic and republican or representative state that is arbitrary and unfair. However, due process as it applies to the impeachment process is sui generis or in a class of its own. Full-blown trial happens at the Senate. At least for the second mode of initiating an impeachment complaint, it only requires 1. The grounds invoked in the complaint or resolution are those contained in Article 11, Section 2 of the Constitution. Number 2, the procedure is governed by the rules on impeachment promulgated by the House prior to any filing of any impeachment complaint. 3, as already provided by the current House rules on impeachment, all endorsing members should have been given a copy of the complaint and all its supporting evidence. The court also noted that the transmittal of the articles of impeachment should be done in a plenary session of the House, providing all the members of the House with full copies of the complaint and its accompanying evidence mentioned in Rule 4, Section 14 of the House Rules on Impeachment. Transmittal to the Senate, however, requires only a vote of 1/3 of its members for the first mode of initiating a complaint, or proof of the endorsement of a complaint by 1/3 of its members for the second mode. Fifth, the operative fact doctrine cannot be invoked by the party directly responsible in the commission of an unconstitutional act. Thus, it does not apply in this case. Finally, the court noted all the motions for intervention and pleadings filed by individuals who were not parties to the case. This resolution is immediately executory upon digital service on all parties in accordance with AM number 25-05-16-SC or the guidelines on the transition to electronic filing in the Supreme Court. No further pleadings will be allowed. The resolution on the motion for reconsideration and the separate opinions are being uploaded and served on the parties. Thank you very much. Any questions?
Hi, Attorney Jairo Bolledo from Rappler. Just a clarification, Attorney. Even on the resolution of the MR, Justice Kagiwa did not, take part of
Yes.
that, and Justice Singh was still on leave.
Yes.
Okay. Another question. Can you expound on the explanation of the court on why the doctrine of the operative fact was not considered in the
Yes.
Dyan na po natin tatapusin yung balita patungkol dyan sa, yun nga po iniiyak po ni Tito Soto. Na talaga naman pong maling-mali ang ni Tito Soto dyan di ba? Maling-mali hindi mo pwedeng question din. Pwede mo question din, pero hindi mo pwedeng paratakan. Ito po mga justices na sasabihin mo lumagpas sila sa kanilang kapangyarihan. Pinag-aralan po nila yan. Hanggang dyan na lang po, mga kabayan. At Magkita-kita po tayo sa mga susunod pa nating video. Huwag nyo nga po kalimutan hit and like at subscribe button para updated ka sa mga upload ko. Araw-araw, hanggang sa muli. Paalam.